What's up, gamers? Mass Gamer here. Today I'm going to bring you a Call of Duty Black Ops 2 gameplay domination on Slum. This one is a pretty cool map, but if you are not paying attention and having some really nice teamwork, you are going to get spawn trapped and overran. You have a couple of choke points here. If you're able to kind of contain this little blue room, which I spent a lot of time focusing on, and also contain the statue area, which I believe is B, you are going to get overrun like we do these fellas here. Kind of feel bad for them, even though we weren't playing very conservatively. I was constantly rushing on them, kind of flanking them from the side. I do feel a little bit bad because they got their rear ends handed to them, and I say rear end to make sure that I'm respecting all of your parents that are probably standing behind you while you're messing around on YouTube videos. Always make sure to get permission to use the internet. One of the things that I'm going to point out here is the ridiculous amounts of lag. Apparently, the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 team over at Treyarch are aware of the issue, and they say that they're working on it and they're promising to fix it. As you see from my past videos, I'm whining like everybody else about the lag because it is insane, and at points in time it makes the game unplayable. I believe that once they fix this, this will be the best Call of Duty of all time. That's what I'm standing by today, and I am going to continue standing on that until somebody proves me wrong or they don't fix the lag issue, and we'll never know. Now, one of the things, I really enjoy this map, but it is a little bit heavy-handed. If you get this high spawn here and you cap the flags and your team moves in quickly, you can easily get spawn trapped. It hasn't happened to me yet, but I suppose you could do it the other way. I think it would be a little bit more difficult, though, because once you break into that statue room, you can really dominate. I would say if I was going to run a 4-on-4 matchup on this, I would say you probably would want to have one person manning this little blue room, and then you'd want to have two people in the statue room, in the statue area, kind of holding down that area, and then one person kind of roving back and forth depending on what the enemy team is doing. Obviously, once you have the flags secured. As you can see, I am still running my completely unconventional Pick 10 class setup here, where I am running six perks, no secondary, no grenades whatsoever, nothing fancy, no attachments to my gun, and it's serving me well. I really enjoy this gun because you're able to kind of rush up on people, take them out. It's got a decent rate of fire, high magazine. It really allows you to really get a lot of spray, which I believe gives you a big advantage, especially when it's lagging, because you're able to spray more bullets, and hopefully when the lag is screwing you over, you're able to get a couple of extra lucky hits with your spray. This is one of my favorite maps so far in Black Ops 2. I don't know what it is, just the look, the feel. I kind of like it. I know a lot of people don't really like unbalanced maps, but for some reason I do. I don't know why. I like the challenge if you're losing and you're on the losing team, and I also like just completely mowing people over and just really handing it to them. As you can see, even though we have the upper hand, I could probably had a better kill-death ratio on this map, but I just can't play that way. Unless it's something competitive, I'd much rather just be taking chances, rushing up on people. A nice little double kill there. Those guys are probably pissed. I'm sure they're crying and screaming and asking their mom to cook them another Hot Pocket, and then I get screwed over by the lag. There you go, right there. I don't even know, how can a game lag that bad? It just gets terrible at some point. So you can kind of see I get killed a few times here. The lag gets a little bit ridiculous, and I have a little bit of a death streak. You can even see it. You see I'm losing frame rates here just even in the replay. You can really tell if you're watching people's replays, if they're not recorded live in the game, you can really see when things start lagging down because the frame rate really starts getting choppy, and you can tell when it's not lagging because they're usually doing a lot better. See right there, got caught by the lag. Somebody else came behind me and fell to the same fate of getting shot in the face by a guy hiding behind a barrel. And that's another thing that you're going to see in this game is you have to know all of the head glitch spots if you want to be successful, because this game is is nothing but head glitches. It's insane how many head glitching spots there are. And if you don't know what head glitching is, it's basically where your head is popping up over some kind of barrier or some kind of item on the playing field. Your head sticks up, but you're still allowed to shoot over it. I don't necessarily know if it's a flaw, but it's definitely unrealistic. I mean, if you were actually able to look over something and only your head was popping out, you obviously would not be able to shoot through it. Now you can see here we've switched sides. I definitely suggest that if you do start on the lower side, spawn, you have to be extra aggressive in order to not get mowed over. It's possible to do the same thing on the other side, but there are more entry points for the enemy if you're on this opposite side. So if you are going to maintain winning on this map, you need to be extra aggressive so that you are not allowing them to push the firefight to you. You need to be pushing it to them. You cannot let them get comfortable in the statue area. You cannot let them get comfortable in that little blue house area. You've just got to be all over it. And you need to get back here as quickly as you can and just start flanking, as you see that I continuously do. I make sure that they are wondering where I'm coming from at all times. I'm not letting them get the upper hand. I'm not letting them get into the statue area. I'm maintaining control of the playing field here, and that's what you have to do. However, if you're playing and your team is not being as aggressive, you are going to get shot from the side, and that's kind of the downside to this side of the map here. So make sure that you are playing as aggressively as possible, trying to flank, pushing on them. You can see I just don't stop. Clear out a couple guys, keep moving. I'd say that the graphics in this game are hands down a far shot ahead of every single other Call of Duty. It just looks pretty. I don't know what else to call it. It just looks pretty. It's clean. It's crisp. The player models look great. Just everything looks good, and apparently they're using the same engine. And every time they're able to upgrade the Call of Duty franchise, it looks good, and it just keeps looking better. So everybody complains, oh, it's the same engine, it's the same engine. Well, guess what, buddy? You're not a coder. A lot of games use the same engines for years and years. Like the Unreal Engine. If you really look into it and just Google it, just Google Unreal Game Engine, and then just look at the amazing list of games that they've made from it. And they're still doing it to this day. Another game, for instance, the Half-Life 2 engine. They're using it non-stop. So, I mean, that complaint, oh, we need a new engine, No, the engine is just base code. You do not need a new engine. It's proven here they can continue to use the same engine and make a very modern and fun game to play. It's going to have all of the graphic perks that any other game is going to have. So, I get sick of hearing that. You do not need a new engine. That's just another excuse to complain about sucking at Call of Duty. I need to make another video about excuses of why I got killed in Call of Duty, because that would be one. The game engine hasn't changed. They're using the same engine. Okay, well, really the bottom line is you just kind of suck and you're embarrassed by it. So, that's just the way it goes. It's going to be the same engine. Who knows? They probably, in my opinion, they probably won't even change the game engine until they come out with the next Xboxes and PlayStations, whatever those might be, the 720 or the PlayStation 12, whatever. So, they're going to keep doing it. But anyways, hopefully you found this somewhat informative and extremely entertaining. Please subscribe if you haven't. And until next time, the Masked Gamer is out.